Hudson Clement, question for Hudson.
So Hudson, start with, he told us about the post-game news in the locker room.
Yep.
So bigger for you, the scholarship there or 3 touchdowns during the game?
Honestly, I'd say the scholarship. I mean, that's something, when I came here, I knew I'd have to grind for, and every day you're sort of playing with that in your mind, like that's sort of the goal. So I mean, 3 touchdowns, obviously, a crazy accomplishment, especially first game, but that scholarship really just is the biggest thing for me.
You surprise yourself at all today?
I mean, I have the utmost confidence in myself to perform at a high level, but 3 touchdowns, no one really expects to go into a game, their first college football game, playing like that and score 3 touchdowns. But I was confident in myself.
Coach Brown compared it to your performance in the state championship game, or he alluded to it just
Yep.
as far as stepping up in big games.
Yep.
Was it a similar feeling out there?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, after especially the third one, and it just feels, yeah, it sort of feels like that feeling back then when I was in high school, and yeah, they felt very similar.
You said you only found out a few minutes before kick you were going to start.
Oh yeah, I think we were coming out of the tunnel. We just did our little warm up with Mike Joe, and Coach Lau, the receivers coach, told me, he was like, "Hey, you're up at Z," and I was like, "Sounds good, coach." I think I like it better that way. He didn't tell me ahead of time because I think I would have thought about it a lot more and would have got in my head maybe a little bit, but I think it went good.
Did you have nerves though for the 4 or 5 minutes before?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little nervous. First few snaps, I was pretty nervous, but then after that, you get the groove of it, and you start playing football, and it just feels like normal football out there.
Hudson, your third touchdown, wide open. What's going through your mind when the ball's in the air? You can probably tell that as long as you catch it, you're going to score.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best feeling as a wide receiver. A little hat trick, and it worked perfectly, and then you're running down the field wide open, and you see the ball come, and you're going to score. Everything's like went how it was supposed to be. It's the best feeling as a receiver.
How are you different? What did you improve upon after high school?
I think after high school, I really tried to improve on my speed and just that, like, athleticism. I feel like in high school, that was the one thing that didn't really separate me, was my speed. But I think coming up here, working out with Mike Joe all through the summers and winter workouts, everything, I think that's really been one of the biggest things for me, is working on my speed and just like athleticism.
Call your parents and tell them the news?
Oh yeah, I called them right after I got the news. Mom's crying, everything. It was great.
Take us through the second touchdown, the 70-yard one.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I'm going out, running that route. It's a stutter and go, and I stutter them, and once I take off and I feel I got a few steps on him, and I see Garrett throw the ball up, and I appreciate him for trusting me out there, giving me a shot, and I just had to capitalize.
Hudson, after last week, Coach Brown said one of the biggest areas of emphasis was pass catching. How do you feel like you guys are as a unit compared to where you were last week, and where do you want to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can definitely do a lot better catching the football. We're wide receivers. We need to catch the ball, but we're always trying to improve, always trying to get better, and I think pass catching is something we can definitely get better on.
Was the break kind of nice for you to get to? I mean, you score your first touchdown, and then you kind of get a break to calm down from it.
Yeah. It was nice. I mean, we got to go in the locker room, chill out for a little bit, sort of let it set in a little bit more, and then when I went back out for the rest of the game, you have a lot more confidence and you feel a lot better about the game.
Kind of hard to get energy back up there. It's raining, drizzly. Obviously, a lot of people have gone, things like that. But it seems like as soon as you all got back out on the field, your energy effort was up a little bit. Point of emphasis?
Yeah, I mean, we were in there. Coach Brown was talking to us, and it's adversity. We had to go out there. We didn't start how we wanted to, but then we got a little break, and he was just saying how it's rainy. We had a big delay, and he was just saying it's good. Like, this is a good challenge. Like, we can go out there and still finish this game how we want to, and it was almost like a second chance to sort of start how we wanted to from the beginning, and instead of how we did.
Hudson, you played with a chip on your shoulder last year or so, knowing you didn't get the scholarship you wanted out of high school.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. I mean that was the number one drive this past year, and going into this year was, you know, I'm grinding for something. I'm grinding for that scholarship, and you know, now that I got it, doesn't mean the work's done. It doesn't mean the job's done, but it's obviously a great feeling.
Being from West Virginia, what's it going to mean next week to be a part of that rivalry?
Oh, I mean, that's, you know, growing up, you see that rivalry all the time, and you see the atmosphere, and you just think about playing in it. You never really, like, actually think you could actually play in it, but then, yeah, going into this, it's crazy.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, guys.